Today, we're talking about forces that pull us either toward the light or toward the darkness. These are two opposite paradigms, two totally separate mindsets. In the darkness, we have the paradigms of scarcity, things that we can't control, things that we see are going wrong in our lives. On the side of abundance and the light, we have things that we are in control of, things that we can do, and things that we want and desire and we're moving toward. So again, keep that backdrop of the darkness and the light focused in the back of your mind as we go through this principle as well. So looking first at the principle of gravity, imagining that there's a river flowing from the light side into the darkness side. And when I say right, this is my right. So my brain is formatted that this is my right. I know that you're seeing it opposite on the screen. So switch that over in your brain as you're watching the picture that goes along with this idea. So the river of gravity going from the right side to the left side. Imagine that this river represents the scientific law of entropy. The law of entropy means that life will normally decline into a state of disorder until it becomes at rest, or in other words, without life or completely dead. So that imagine this river going from the light side into the dark side. That the principle is that unless we choose to swim upriver toward the light deliberately, intentionally, and on purpose, we will naturally float downstream into the darkness. And think about this in principles of where you have natural tendencies, you have an automatic reaction. Your brain is wired to automatically go in one direction or a mindset pattern. And unless we deliberately fight against those patterns, we're going to keep going down that same path. It's the same principle there. This is why we find often that we are sabotaging the things that we really want. We have an innate desire inside of us to go toward the light, but yet there's these automatic thought patterns that keep taking us toward what we don't want. So is there a natural law that will take us toward the light or pull us toward the light? The great news is yes, there is. I didn't actually learn about this until after I wrote my book. I read a book called Positive Leadership, and it talked about gratitude, compassion, and forgiveness, and it talked about being heliotropic. Heliotropic, I know it's not a word we hear very often, but it's the principle where plants, if you have ever seen a plant in a windowsill, it naturally grows toward the window, toward the light, because it has that natural tendency. And we as people are the same. We're born with these innate desires to do good, to want good, and to be good, and to do those things that will help us to be happy.